Welcome to ABC Interactive English. My name is Winnie.
My name is Shane. And today we're looking at a story, a very interesting story. It is called The Sphinx Without a Secret.
Part 1.
Part 1.
But what is a sphinx?
So a sphinx is like a mythical creature, like comes from lots of different places, but like mainly we think of it as Egyptian. And it's got a human head. Typically it will be like a female, a girl, right? And it has the body of a lion lying down.
A human head, but the body of a lion?
That's pretty interesting, right?
So it's kind of like a mermaid, except instead of a fish lower half, we have a lion lower half?
I guess in a small way, it's like a mermaid. But I don't really think of them as very similar.
Okay.
But yeah, we see them. Have you ever been to Egypt?
I've never been to Egypt, but I would really like to. Have you?
I've never been either, and I think definitely would love to see one of these big stone sphinxes in person. That would be so cool.
I have been to a museum where I've seen, maybe not, the original, because that one's in Egypt.
Sure.
That one's large, right?
You
but
saw
I've
a sculpture?
seen a smaller one. Yeah.
Oh.
They've shipped it to New York.
Ooh.
Yeah, at the Met.
So it's just a small one.
Yeah, it's a small one. Maybe we should go to Egypt. And we should go.
Okay, well, let's do that. But first, why don't we get into the story?
Yeah.
Okay.
One day, I ran into Lord Murchison at a cafe. We were at Oxford together and became great friends. Something troubled him, so I asked him about it.
So we are starting today with The Sphinx Without a Secret, Part 1. Now,
No secret.
what is a sphinx? Let's recap.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
I'm not telling you.
Oh no, please, Shane.
Okay, actually, I already told you in the intro, but let's just do this very formally. An ancient Egyptian stone statue of a creature with a human head and the body of a lion lying down.
Not sitting.
Not sitting, not standing, not
Lying down.
dancing. Pretty lazy lion.
Yeah.
Lady. Person.
Well, not necessarily a lady, as you said just now,
Well, but it seems to be pretty feminine.
Okay. So now, what is a secret?
It's a secret.
It's a secret. I can't tell you.
can't tell
Bye. So a secret is a noun, and it just means something that is not meant to be known. So for example, Shane, I have a secret about you.
A secret about me?
Nobody knows this.
Even me?
You don't even know.
I don't even know the secret about me?
The secret is
Yes?
that you're my favorite person.
Oh, in the whole wide world?
My secret is that was not true.
Okay, so you've got lots of secrets.
Yes. Okay.
Secrets on top of secrets.
Yes, exactly. So something that, not everyone knows, or you just don't want someone to know. So I would say, let's not tell Shane that it's his birthday next week and we have a surprise party for him.
Oh, a surprise party for me?
Yeah, so it's a secret.
Right,
There are
but
good
you
secrets and
just
bad secrets.
told me.
Yeah,
Now
sorry.
it's
Now
not.
it's not a secret.
Okay, go ahead.
So one day I ran into Lord Murchison at a cafe. We were at Oxford together and became great friends. So as many people know, Oxford is a very, 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 very old school.
Very famous, very prestigious.
Yes, very important school in England.
Yes.
Okay, and it's so old. It's also very, very hard to get into.
I think if I remember correctly, it started in 1096.
Very good. Yes, exactly. Very, very old. Older than you.
That is so old. It's like a couple years older than me.
Yes, exactly. So continuing on. Something troubled him, so I asked him about it.
Okay. All right. No, that seems like what you would do if something's trouble. You see somebody is troubled, right? You do want to find out, hey, what's troubling you? So what does it mean to be troubled? Here, trouble is a verb. It just means a problem, worry, etc., or a situation causing this.
Interesting. So it's not just like, oh, Shane, you're in trouble.
No.
It's also what's troubling you.
What's troubling me. Yeah, so for example, you can say, he was troubled after the death of his mother.
Yeah. Okay, well, so I'm really excited to hear the rest of this story because I personally am very interested about anything that has to do with Egypt and ancient Egypt.
Okay.
It's actually one of my dreams to go to Egypt one day.
Oh, great. So, all right, well, why don't we take a short break and we'll continue on and hopefully we'll learn more about sphinxes.
Murchison showed me a photo of a woman. She was tall, slender, and nice-looking. He first caught sight of her in a carriage on Bond Street. He couldn't get her out of his mind and went looking for her. A week later, Murchison came face-to-face with her at a friend's dinner. Her name was Lady Alroy, and she was a widow.
Welcome back from the break. And actually, we just now found out that the author of this story was none other than Oscar Wilde, who was an Irish poet, writer, and he even wrote plays. Yeah, he's a very cool person.
Very famous writer.
Right. And actually, we also found out that he himself attended Oxford later on.
In his life?
In his life, yeah.
Right, wow. Okay, so I'm curious though, when he says I, here, was that Oscar Wilde talking? Maybe this is something from his personal life.
Yeah.
He was talking in the first person.
Or is it just the main character?
Like the main character or a narrator?
Yeah, I guess we'll have to keep reading to find out.
Okie dokie. All right, so we continue. Murchison showed me a photo of a woman. She was tall, slender, and nice looking.
Wow, okay, so when someone is slender, that means they're very thin and long and lean.
Yeah, thin it's an adjective, just means like thin in an attractive way.
Not too skinny.
Yeah, like sometimes when you say skinny, like you're skinny, that could sound maybe like it could be negative.
Right, yeah.
We're not sure, but almost always when you say somebody is slender, it's a compliment.
Yeah, you wouldn't really take it the wrong way.
Right. So for example, you can say he has a slender body.
Just like you, Shane. You have a slender body.
Not after, no, I've been eating a little bit too much lately.
After the holidays.
Need some more exercise.
Oh, it's okay. Well,
I am nice looking though.
I was gonna say, at least you're nice looking, no matter what you weigh, right? Okay, so nice looking is an adjective, and it means, we use this to describe when something or someone appears nice or pretty, or as we like to say, easy on the eye.
Easy on the eyes.
Yeah, what does that mean? That means, that's a good-looking person.
Yeah,
handsome.
sometimes you look at people like, ooh, that's hard on the eyes. But no, we never say hard on the eyes.
Yeah.
But if somebody looks nice, beautiful, attractive, you will say that person is easy on the eyes.
Right, exactly. Or maybe you decorated your room and say, well, that's a nice looking room. Because sometimes it's not just about the people, we're also describing a thing.
Certainly,
as
yes.
nice looking, right?
Okay,
and continuing on, he first caught sight of her in a carriage on Bond Street.
Wait, that's a weird way to say it. Caught sight of her.
Yeah. So
what does it mean to catch sight?
So when you
somebody?
catch sight of something or something, it's kind of like not on purpose. It's kind of like an accident.
So like you see somebody, but just kind of suddenly?
It's kind of like, for example, Shane caught sight of Brad Pitt on the road.
I did just catch sight of Brad Pitt, but wasn't on the road. On a television show I just watched yesterday, Brad Pitt was on a home renovation show. Yeah, so I feel like I just saw Brad Pitt. So
right.
Very interesting that you should bring him
Right,
up.
but it wasn't on purpose.
Right.
That you caught sight of Brad Pitt. So just like him, he caught sight of her in a carriage. And as we know, a carriage is moving on by, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, a carriage is a noun. It's a road vehicle. Usually it'll have 4 wheels.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And it's pulled by 1 or more horses and was used in the past actually to carry people.
Right.
Right? Like you don't see a lot of people riding around in carriages unless it's a very fancy date. So like for example, you could say, we took a romantic carriage ride around the city.
Okay, very classic Hollywood movie. You see the couple on a carriage
with the beautiful
ride.
horses and
Right.
a wonderful evening.
Or a baby carriage.
Oh, good point.
Right? Or we call it a stroller nowadays.
Yeah, but you can also say a baby carriage.
Or in Taiwan, we see a lot of dogs in the baby carriage.
Oh my gosh, this morning I saw one and he was out of control.
So continuing on, he couldn't get her out of his mind and went looking for her.
Okay.
So he saw something he likes.
Okay, so let's continue. A week later, Murchison came face to face with her at a friend's dinner.
There you go.
All right, so face to face just means that you see that person, they're right in front of your face. Her name was Lady Alroy, and she was a widow.
Wow.
So a widow.
Yeah. So a widow is a noun, and it means, a woman who has lost her spouse to death. So usually, her husband has died, so now she's a widow.
Interesting.
But interesting that the person, the eye candy that he was interested in, he finally...
You called her eye candy.
Eye candy.
So you could also say if somebody's good looking, that
right.
they're eye candy, like candy to your eyes.
It's sweet, right? Sweet. It's a treat. But because he doesn't know much about her, he only knows that she's pretty, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't know that he would see her at dinner.
Yeah, interesting. And she is a widow. Okay. All right, well, that is all the time we have for this part, but luckily, this is not the end of the story.
We don't have 1, not 2, but we have 3 parts.
We have 3 parts to go, so you make sure you tune in, stay with us, and we'll see you next time.
One day, I ran into Lord Murchison at a cafe. We were at Oxford together and became great friends. Something troubled him, so I asked him about it. Murchison showed me a photo of a woman. She was tall, slender, and nice-looking. He first caught sight of her in a carriage on Bond Street. He couldn't get her out of his mind and went looking for her. A week later, Murchison came face to face with her at a friend's dinner. Her name was Lady Alroy, and she was a widow.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 secret 名词秘密。Secrecy 同为名词用法，指的是秘密状态。Lulu told a secret to her best friend. Lulu 对她最好的朋友说了一个秘密。下一个单字 trouble 动词使困扰。I asked Gina what was troubling her, but she didn't want to talk. 我问 Gina 是不是有什么烦心事，但是她不想说。下一个单字 slender 形容词纤瘦的、纤细的。The model is very slender. 这位模特非常纤瘦。最后一个单字 nice looking 形容词貌美的、好看的。 Mary wore a nice-looking dress to the party. Mary 穿了一件好看的洋装去派对。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 catch sight of 加名词，看见、瞥见什么。sight 是不可数名词，意思是目睹，常搭配 catch 来使用，指的是看见、注意到。catch 的三态是 catch, caught, caught。我们来看看这个例句。I caught sight of an old friend in a restaurant. 我在一间餐厅看见我的老朋友。下一个文法 get 加名词 out of one's mind， 把什么从某人的脑海中抹去、忘却。我们来看看这个例句。After the accident, the man tried to get the sad experience out of his mind. 事故发生后，男子试图将那个悲伤的经历忘却。最后一个文法 face to face 面对面，这是一个副词片语，可以用 with 来接对象，表示和某人面对面。我们来看看这个例句。The manager arranged a meeting with us face to face. 经理安排了一个与我们面对面的会议。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Here's how to play. The host will be holding 3 cards. Each card will have 2 sentences containing a secret vocabulary word or phrase that has been replaced by the word bear. The host will read the sentences out loud for the contestants to guess. Whoever guesses first gets a point. The person with the most points wins. And you can play along too.
Hello everyone, I am Steven.
I'm Carolyn.
And I'm Matt.
We're gonna play the game Guess the Bear. Alright, so let's get started. The first one is an adjective. Number 1, only one student was able to get all the answers bare on the test. Number 2, Tim deleted the wrong file and replaced it with the bare one.
Right? Correct?
Oh man, that's hard.
I'd give it to her because I had a wrong answer first and she guessed.
And I rewinded in my head. I heard come out of Carolyn first, so Carolyn gets that point.
Really hard.
Can you review this?
All right, yes, thank you. Number 1, only one student was able to get all the answers correct on the test. And number 2, Tim deleted the wrong file and replaced it with the correct one. All right, this is a noun. You guys ready for this one? The first one, the typhoon bear is just around the corner. Number 2, Maya's favorite bear is winter.
Season.
Good job. Matt gets this one, so you guys are tied now. Let me review that. The first one, the typhoon season is just around the corner. Number 2, Maya's favorite season is winter. All right, here comes a phrase. It's 2 words and also the tiebreaker. You guys like to do that. It's really funny. Okay, number 1, bear, the new schedule. Ken was able to go home early. Number 2, I was able to win first place. Bear, everyone's support.
Because of?
Let's think, like, what else? What else could you say? Bear, the new schedule. Ken was able to go home early. Number 2, I was able to win first place. Bear, everyone's support.
What is it? As per the schedule.
And it's like, ooh.
Thanks to?
Yes, Matt got it. There you go. That's why I read it like bear. You caught that emotional expression. Okay, number 1. Thanks to the new schedule, Ken was able to go home early. And the second one was, I was able to win first place thanks to everyone's support. Always show gratitude and you will win. So Matt wins today. Good job, Matt.
Thanks.